Hi everyone, it's Margaret here to share another journal that I've just completed. Just a warning to everyone, if you're not a girly girl and you don't like pink and ruffles, then I suggest you switch off, because this project is just filled with a lot of girly girl trims and embellishments, and that's why I call it my Frou journal. As you can see, the front cover has a beautiful lady just surrounded in beautiful pink colored roses, and I saw this on the I googled I Google art images, and this one came up, and unfortunately now I didn't take the artist's name. I just copied it on my Word program, and unfortunately now I can't find it. But anyway, I do have it saved, and she's absolutely beautiful. So I did something that I don't normally do. I made the cover this time before the rest of the journal, and when I made the cover, it just kind of led the way for the rest of the pages. So as you can see, she sits in the middle, surrounded with beautiful pearl trim all around, and it's just loaded with beautiful lace ruffles and trims, and this was all avocado dyed. The trim was originally white, so I did dye the trims to get this beautiful peachy pink color. And these rosettes here were from a garment that I had. They also were an ivory color, and I dipped them in the avocado liquid and got this beautiful like a two-tone rich peachy pink color. It's absolutely gorgeous. I have some dangle here trim that I put little flowers for more detail on each dangle. So I really went to town on the details on this one, because I really love to do that. It's the unexpected that I really think makes any project look even more beautiful, and that's what I did with this. I put lots of yummy laces and trims and dangles on the cover, and in addition to that, I had this beautiful, gorgeous trim that actually has in the center, it looks like a seam binding. I found it at the thrift store in a bag, and it's beautiful. It actually has not your ordinary ribbon, but it actually looks like a seam binding ribbon in the center. And so I've extended that as part of the dangles, and then I've included these little tiny bows all along with a little pearl, and I think that really makes it feminine and beautiful. And as you can see, the dangles here with the detail of the little flowers and pearls on each one. And there's the cover. The first page, as you can see, again, it's just packed with gorgeous trims in pink and ruffles. And this actually was from a lady's blouse. It had these little embroidered ribbon pieces on the top that actually looked like little fans. So I layered those in the corner here. And again, underneath here is a beautiful peach trim, which actually was a lady's cuff from a nightgown. It was a vintage nightgown, and it was really pretty. The color's just perfect for it. And again, I just layered the ruffles. Here I've created a little ruffle flower, and in the center of it, I just loaded it up with these tiny little organza flowers. And this was, again, off a lady's blouse. It's a grouping of like a shabby chic frayed flower. And again, I dyed it in the pink, and it came out just a nice subtle color. It's very, very pretty. And as you can see, there's different tones of pink in the journal, which I really like. So it's not boring. A little bit of wedding dress applique. Again, it's been dyed with a little bit of that same trim on the bottom here. I don't know if you can see that. And here I've included a little bow again with a little tiny crystal in the center for a little bit of sparkle. And as you can see, she's beautiful. It's a gorgeous lady with some pretty flowers in her curly hair, and she's just stunning. And that's the first page. The next page, now as you can see, I've done this round again. I kind of like the round journals. I think it's really soft and pretty. Here we go again with some dangle trim on the bottom. And she's a beautiful lady, again with the roses in her hair. Layers upon layer of ruffles, peach and pink colored. And all I've done is just put those around the page and then layered around the picture of the lady. So it gives a nice dimension, nice 3D effect. On the bottom here, I made a bow in satin and lined it with lace. And then I gathered it and tucked it and maneuvered the fabric to create an interesting bow. And then in the center, I've embellished it with it was actually a barrette of rhinestone and pearls, and it's just pins that center of the bow down beautifully and adds a little bit of sparkle to that page. And there you have it. The next page again. This image again is by an artist called Emile Vernon. I use a lot of his images. They're always beautiful ladies, and the colors are always so gorgeous and soft. I've used her in the center, as you can see, and then I trimmed off the picture with some little snippets from a trim that I had. Again, these have all been dyed. These pieces here are from a curtain. I've snipped out the embroidery part and then just embellished it with the pearls on the side and on the top. And again, I've repeated the little lace on the bottom here, 2 layers of lace, actually 3. This again from the original sleeve of the nightgown I was talking about before. In the center, I've embellished it with these little doodads of pearls and little crystals, and that adds a little bit of sparkle there. I made a handmade rose out of the dyed lace for the corner. And here you see the trim all around, the trim I was talking about before that's got that pretty seam binding in the center of it. And I just ran it all around this particular page. And there you have that page. The next page, this is just my yummy page. I like to do one of these once in a while. Just go crazy with ruffles and trims, and that's what I did. Just layer upon layer upon layer of ruffles and trim. And then I've got, this is actually, it's such a pretty fabric. It was a lady's blouse, but it's tulle, and it's got these little tiny bows on it. And I thought, how gorgeous is that? I had a piece, I dyed it, and then I cut them into strips to create a little dangle. And then in the center, I also included a little string of Aurora Borealis rhinestones, and again from a beaded tassel that I had, these little sparkle sequin dangles here in the center. And then I made this beautiful bow, flower in lace. I just gathered it and just coiled it up to create this gorgeous bow, and it's just stunning to look at. I could just sit here and stare at it for hours. And then I made a stick pin, which again is all crystal and rhinestone, and with a little pinkish pearl to complement the color of the lace. And that's, I'll just put that in there for now, and that's that page. I'm filming at night, so I don't know how good the color is going to be, but the lighting, but hopefully it'll be all right. The next page, again, a pretty lady, and she is playing with a little puppet, but I love the dress she's wearing in this gorgeous pink color. And I had a vintage necklace in my stash forever and ever. I knew I wasn't going to wear it, so I saved it, and I thought it would come in handy on some project, and sure enough, here it is. I used it to frame the picture, so it pretty well speaks for itself. And then here I had this gorgeous little box pleat kind of trim, which was in a lighter pink, but I dipped it in coffee, and it came out a nice peachy color. It's a little bit more vibrant, but I thought the contrast would be nice on this page. I added a little, again, a little dyed organza flower with a little beading around it. And again, we have the trim going all around the page here, which is like a, I don't know what you call it, like a cording type of trim that's in a gorgeous peach and cream, and that's how I found it. I also added these little organza flowers on the pleated trim, just to add a little bit of interest, and it's really feminine and really pretty. So that's that page. The pocket page, it's pretty simple. I just wanted to show off the lace and satin of the page, and then with the trim, I created a little pocket, and I just added a layered flower that I made, and then I snipped out little other appliques just to give it a little bit more dimension and interest. And in the center, I've used a little crystal button, and it's a very adds a lot of sparkle again to this page. So there you have your pocket page. The back is, again, simple, but I've decided to use some wedding dress appliques that have been dyed with the beautiful lace trim all around, and it kind of makes the journal complete with the front page. The spine is just very simple. Again, it's a short spine, so I just used a ruffle trim in the center. I don't know if you can see that, but it's really pretty. The journal is really full and gorgeous, as you can see. And again, I just love the way the dangles came out, and I love these little bows. It really adds a lot of femininity to the journal. So there you have it, my little Frou journal. I hope you like it, and thank you for watching, and see you again soon. Bye for now.